Hello, YouTube universe. It's the goddess Loveja 42. I'm here today to bring you a video about building endurance and stamina for long distance running. A lot of times people walk up to me in the gym and they congratulate me on being able to run long distances. I get a lot of different comments like, black girls do work out, or you be running, huh? And I guess they're just surprised to see, a bigger girl be able to run long distances without a problem. But I basically learned my routine years ago, and I was able to, with practice, be able to build my endurance and my stamina, and build a love for running. So there's three main components to being able to be strong and have endurance and stamina for running. And the first is breathing techniques. You need to know how to breathe properly because your lungs are doing the majority of the work. And if you can't really breathe through a workout, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to get dizzy and you're going to stop the workout. So once you're able to stabilize your breathing and breathe properly, you can do any kind of workout regardless of how strenuous it is. So the breathing technique that I follow is a 6 count technique. Basically, you're going to breathe in for 4 counts and breathe out for 2 counts. I can't mentally count and you hear me, so I'm just going to show you what I mean by that. You're going to take 4 breaths, 4 counts breathing in. You're going to so for 4 counts I breathe in, and for 2 counts I breathe out. So mentally you want to count for 6 and count in 4 breaths and count out 2 breaths. Count in 4 breaths, count out 2 breaths. So depending on how fast you're walking or how fast you're running, you want to be going that pace basically. So again, I'm going to show you what I mean by breathing properly. So just go with me, count with me if you can, because I can't count and breathe in at the same time. It just won't work. So again, here we go. So again, even if you have to take labored breath as like, then that's what you have to do to be able to get the rhythm of that counting routine. It becomes a whole lot easier and ingrained into your subconscious once you've practiced it, and you won't really have to count once you have it down pat. But to get started and to get your endurance up, you definitely want to be able to count, because it's the way that you're building your lungs to be able to withstand endurance and long distance traveling. Um, so that is the most important thing to long distance running, endurance and stamina. Breathing techniques. Practice, practice, practice. If you want to get started practicing by meditating, that's the easiest way. So you don't even really have to be doing anything. You can just be sitting down and calming and clearing your mind. This is why and I hate to ramble, but this is why a lot of people love running, because it gives you that meditative state of mind, and it calms you and relaxes you, and it's through the breathing techniques. So you can sit and just practice breathing before you go out and try to do it while you're walking or running. So you can sit and just in your mind mentally count. You count in 4 breaths, you count out 2 breaths. Once you do that for a few times, you're going to understand the stress relieving factors of this whole routine, and you'll see how it ties in and helps you to be able to build that lung capacity to withhold longer running distances. So breathing is the first thing to be able to run, walk, power walk, walk up hills, anything, hike, anything like that. Breathing has to come first in order for you to be able to withstand the pressure of that long distance workout. The second thing would be to be resistance training. And a lot of people think that you have to really train your legs, but it's really not a centered leg resistance training workout. It's a full body workout. Walking and running takes your full body, and it's not just centered on just your legs. Um, your shoulders carry your legs. So your shoulders are really the most important part that you want to train when it comes to building endurance and stamina. You want to be able to have your shoulders carry you without becoming fatigued and worn out, because you'll notice once you start practicing running or walking long distances, you'll notice that your shoulders will get tired before your legs will. So that's why the resistance training comes into play, and it's very important for you to train your shoulders and your arms and your chest, just so you can be able to build those muscles and build that strength that you need. Of course, I'm going to be talking to you day in and day out about different fitness, nutrition, beauty, and spiritual guidance. So those routines will come. I'm not going to spend my time talking about how you can build or what routines you need to do to build those muscles right now, but just know that you can do your own research and you can start with doing some push-ups, and that will build those muscles that you need to start this endurance and stamina training. The next group of muscles that people really don't take into consideration is their midsection and their core. It takes core endurance for you to be able to run without injury. Um, a lot of times running is like almost an injury-free sport unless you're not breathing and unless you haven't trained your muscles. That's the only way that you could really get injured running, or unless you're just really clumsy and you fall. And clumsiness ties into your core strength, your mobility. You're able to be stabilized by how strong your core is. So one routine that you can do to build your core strength is to hold in your stomach muscles. So just imagine you trying to slide on some tight jeans, or you trying to get into a tight dress. When you try to suck in your stomach, it won't be as extreme as that, but it's the same type of thing where you're holding in your midsection and tightening those muscles. Like right now, I'm doing it, and I do it all the time when I'm standing and things like that, just because I like to improve my posture, and it helps to improve your posture to have a good core strength and good muscles in your core. So just start by, every time you're thinking about it and conscious about it, you want to just be pulling in your stomach muscles at all times. Anytime that you think about it, you're going to catch yourself not doing it, but anytime that it pops into your mind, oh, I can be tightening my core right now, you can just start by just pulling in those muscles and do your breathing routines while you do that core strengthening routine as well. It really helps. You can breathe while you're doing it, and it builds your core strength. Like, you will see that you don't really need to do push-ups and things like that to have a flat stomach. Planks or what can help you to have a flat stomach, and that's what you're basically doing. You're doing a plank without having to be laid out. You're just pulling in your core, your midsection muscles. You're pulling your stomach muscles, and you're helping your core build that strength that you need, that stability that you need to not be clumsy and prone to any injury while you're doing any kind of long distance running. The next thing are the most minor, which are your legs. People think that it's the most important, but it's really the most minor, because your legs are going to carry you regardless. You can walk, you can run, whatever. Your legs are not going to give up on you, because those are the biggest muscle groups in your whole body. Your legs are your biggest muscle group. So in order to build that strength in your legs, of course, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do reaches or hamstring stretches and things like that to build your muscles. Again, this is just going over what you need overall to build endurance and stamina. We'll go over more fitness routines later down the line, but just know that in order to build endurance and stamina for long distance running, it takes proper breathing techniques It takes resistance training of your upper body mostly, your core, neck, and then your legs, which is the biggest muscle group. Lastly, you need a winning personality. You need to have it in your mind that by all costs, you're going to get through your workout and you're going to continue on with building your endurance and your stamina. That's the only way you're going to be able to build it. You can't build endurance and stamina by giving up. So you have to have a winner's personality. The only way you can really win or have a chance of winning is if you play. And this is with a lot of other things that they tie in to this winner's personality. If you give up, there's no way you can actually win. But if you keep on going, you have chances of winning, and you can win for yourself. If you know me, you know that every season I go through a racing season. I put myself through a racing season. So right now, this is preseason for me. I train from January till March for the racing season, and my racing season goes from April to till October. So for 10 months, basically, I'm working out, training, and I'm racing. And this is just something that I started last year that I said, you know what, in order for me to keep up my fitness and to have goals and to do my personal best, I think it's good for me to compete. And I really don't go into any of the races feeling like I'm going to get the number one spot. I say I'm going to win for myself, and I'm going to do my personal best in every race. So winning doesn't have to mean that you get in the number one spot and you're psyching yourself out because you see that you're not at the top of the pack, but you can just win by creating your own personal goals. And that's having a winner's personality. I'm winning by completing this. So once you have all three of those things in line, you are going to be able to build your endurance, and you're going to be able to build your stamina, and you're going to be able to run any distances or walk any distances regardless of how big you are. I'm going to show you guys my body because I'm sitting down. And like I said, I'm a thicker girl, but I can run 5Ks. I can run 10Ks. And this year, I'm definitely aiming to run a half marathon, and I'm going to try to do my personal best. I run Tough Mudders and things like that. And guess what? I'm a bigger girl. So here we go. These are my thighs. This is my boobs. And this is it. So this is my midsection, and I'm doing my tightening routine right now, tightening my midsection and just pulling in those muscles. I'm able to talk, I'm able to sit, and things like that. But I'm not a twig. I'm a bigger girl, and I get out there and I get my workouts done, and I take pride in being able to do those things. And this is why it's so important for me to have this channel, because I feel like people more than likely are going to be prone to take advice from somebody that they feel that they can relate to. And I feel like anybody can relate to me because I'm an everyday person, girl next door. I'm not super skinny or anything like that, where you feel like you're not going to be able to obtain this level of fitness that I can obtain. Anybody can do it, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel and learn different ways of how you can improve on your fitness. And we can do this together, because my motto is, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you sell good. When you sell good, it's all good. And when I say sell, I mean a first impression is a sales pitch. You're selling yourself every day when you put yourself out there, regardless of what you're going after. You're selling yourself to the people that see you and that perceive you and that make judgments about you. So when you're able to feel good about yourself, you're going to put your best foot forward, and that's what people get from you. And that's what I mean by you sell good. I am into the sales industry, so it's kind of catered to that. But it can be across the board for everyone who needs to put their best foot forward and feel good about themselves. So it starts you start feeling good about yourself when you feel like you look good. And I just want to touch on that because I'm here to build self-esteem and confidence, and we can do that through fitness, nutrition, body, and spiritual guidance. So again, please subscribe to my channel. I'll have more advice for you all, but I definitely want you to know that regardless of how big you are or how out of shape you think you might be, anyone can start a fitness routine. It starts with having that winning personality, and you have to know how to breathe. You have to work out the rest of your body so you can build those muscles, so you can build your endurance, you can build your stamina, and you can start looking good and feeling good about yourself and putting your best foot forward so that everyone can see the beauty in you. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm sending love, peace, blessings your way. Mwah. See you later.